and it's kind of becoming a ritual now to do a gym session, come back, smash a live stream, and then do other nice things. I've got a random pack of beef from Lidl and unnecessarily large decanter. Fuck knows. But anyway, we're going to talk about the worst day game advice I've ever heard. Some atrocious advice which has been spewed out over the years. Some advice that I used to follow myself back in the day, which I now realise be absolute horseshit. And I don't want you boys falling into the same traps that great men before you may have fallen down. So before we get into it, if you're not signed up to the Kasanova Club, which is my elite private members club for radically ambitious men, it's essentially an email list where I give you free shit, and from time to time I plug my products, try and sell you shit. If you're into free shit and you don't mind being sold to now and again, sign up for that. I'll put the link in the comments once I've finished with this live, and that's all happy days. So yeah, free shit, Kasanova Club, join that. Right, let's just get into it. Right, the first worst, I've got my list as well. The first worst piece of day game advice that I've ever heard is just keep talking. This one's absolutely fucking horrific. So like a beginner, right? A beginner will be going in absolutely shit scared. Starts talking to a girl, and the vibe is just clearly not there. Maybe the girl's in a rush. Maybe she just doesn't find him attractive. Maybe she's just not in the market for a conversation. And either coaches or other wings will be like, "It's all right, bro. Just keep talking. Just game her more. It'll all be great." And it's like, no. This is social calibration 101. Like, don't just keep talking if she doesn't want to talk to you. All right? Like, it comes down to social intelligence. Sometimes a girl, she just needs a little bit more warming up socially, depending on how you started the conversation. This is why going direct all of the time is not a good move. That's also on the list. We'll get on to that in a little bit. But let's say you go super direct and you're like, "Excuse me, I just saw you and you look gobsmackingly gorgeous." I wouldn't actually recommend opening with that. I might do, but if you're a beginner, I wouldn't do it. And then she can feel the spotlight. She feels pressure to reciprocate your advances. She may well just reject herself on your behalf. She's feeling the spotlight effect. She's like, "I'm not quite sure if I want to have this conversation," which is why low investment open. So I was speaking to one of the guys who I'm working with online as part of the 30-day mentoring program. This coming week, he's going to be experimenting with low investment opens. All right. So what that means in plain fucking English is just making comments to girls to start a social conversation before you get into any sort of seduction. So therefore, let's say you're in a shop, like a bookshop, and you see a girl next to you who you think, you know what, she's a beautiful girl. Rather than going like super direct in the bookshop, you could like see her looking at the books and you could be like, "That one looks good. I could actually imagine you reading this one. What's your name?" Right? And you just get a very social conversation going. She's able to warm up to you socially. And then the beauty of these low investment opens is she can then make her own decision if she wants to pursue anything romantically with you. All right, this is a problem when we go direct. Now, hold my hands up, right? I used to be, back in the day when I first started, I was like, "Yeah, bro, if you don't go direct, you're a pussy." And it's like, no, it's not that. The best open is the one that makes the most sense, and we have to understand if we are gonna go and declare our desire in a non-needy way, going super direct is not always the best option. She feels a spotlight sometimes. Oftentimes, it is best to be more situational with our opens. Okay, be more situational. Just this is more for guys who've been in the game for a little bit longer, because I think as a beginner it does make more sense for you to go direct. Oh, little things going around. It does make sense for a beginner to start off his career, in my opinion, going direct for 1 month, okay, just to get that out of his system, just to show to himself he can do it, he can go direct, he can put his balls on the line. And then after doing that for a month, after immersing yourself for a month, doing your first 100 direct cold approaches. Then it's time to mix things up. Then it's time to get more creative. Then it's time to look around at your environment. Maybe the girl is wearing some item of clothing. Maybe you can see her observing something, and you can make a comment about what she's observed. You can even just open with like, what are you looking at, right? And just like using your environment to create the conversation material around you. That's like next level game, but we might as well just hit that one off right now. The advice to guys, which is, oh, bro, always be going direct. If you're not going direct, you're a pussy. It's like, no, like that really does separate, in my opinion, the guys who know what they're doing and the guys who are just following advice from like 10 fucking years ago. Well, to be fair, no, that doesn't, no. It started off more on the indirect wave, and then the direct came into the game. Then direct became popular, and every day gamer and his dog was going super direct, myself included. So yeah, from the content that I was making a couple of years back, I hold my hands up and I'm like, that's not the best way to go about it. You don't always need to be going over to girls being like, hi, excuse me, I just saw you, you look really good. It's a great place to start, but definitely don't get stuck there. There's more to the game than just that. So yeah, that was a rant, but yeah, hopefully that's valuable. What else have we got? Looks don't matter. This is a good one. Looks don't matter. This is a great one. The classic. Looks don't matter. Game trumps all. It doesn't matter if you're an overweight, lethargic piece of shit who's got nothing going for him, lackluster social skills. Social skills do definitely make a difference to your overall holistic value, right? Your life momentum. You feel good when you're in conversation. 100% get your social skills up. But the whole like looks don't matter. I don't know how anybody can still preach that shit, especially in the modern world, right? If you're approaching beautiful girls and she's got a lot of options, there's a big difference between being good looking and looking good. I believe every single man should do whatever it takes to look and feel the best he can. Yeah, do it for yourself 100%, but also be realistic as well. Like everything that guys do is essentially to bring women into their life. I always get pissed off with the self-improvement space where you always like, you look in the comments and there's like they're just like little fucking wankers and they're like, yeah, but let's just do it for us, bro. I'm just on self-improvement for myself. I'm just gratitude journaling. I'm just going to the gym. I'm just getting in great shape. I'm just doing whatever. I'm just doing it for myself. I don't care about women. It's like, shut the fuck up. Yes, you are. Of course you are. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's amazing to be motivated by women. Have women to be your muse, your motivation, your inspiration. And do it for you, of course. But you have to accept on a biological level that everything guys do is to get girls. And there's nothing fucking wrong with that. But, you know, don't be a closet heterosexual. But yeah, the whole looks don't matter. I can say this, right? Because when I first started making these videos, when I first started my day game career, like an absolute troglodyte, right? Like just awful in the looks department. Like I looked like a turnip when I was 18. I was still pulling pretty attractive girls, despite not looking my best when I was 18. I had this guy in the comment yesterday. He's a bit of a fucking weird one, so I kind of entertain him now. But he's like, bro, you're doing so well despite the fact that you're only a 4 out of 10 in looks. I'm like, bro, that's like saying to me you've got rainbow colored hair. I'm like, bro, you even seen the same fucking guy? Like 2 years ago, I'll admit, I wasn't much to look at. But even back then, I want a fucking 4, bro. That's saying like I'm below average. And it's like, I don't know, some people entertain me. But anyway, if you're watching this live stream, then that thoroughly tickled my fucking pickle. I shared it with some of my friends. Absolutely howling. But yeah, the whole like looks don't matter. There is definitely truth in the black pill. Oh my God, someone just said it. Yeah, of course there's fucking truth in the black pill, where the black pill doomers definitely take it too far. 100% they take it too far. If you don't know what the black pill is, it's basically attraction is Darwinian, and if you're not dealt with the best hand at birth, you're fucked. I don't take that side. I definitely agree that some guys do just have it easier than others. However, there's nothing stopping you putting in the reps to become the most fuckable version of yourself. Emphasis placed on yourself. And just because you won't get some girls, like you're not going to be every girl's type. Like even your best just won't be enough for some women. However, just because you don't get some doesn't mean you won't get any. And the more you level up your life holistically across the board, the more beautiful women are going to want to get with you. All right. So the stance that I take is 100% the black pill is definitely a thing. But there are so many case studies of guys who don't fit the genetic lottery. Like I'm thinking of Justin Mark, because everyone always uses like, what if you're a 5'2" Indian janitor? It's like, why does he have to be Indian? Why does he have to be a fucking janitor? But point being, there are so many. Also, that King Cole guy who I think Tuscan Troy worked with a while ago, and he was like smashing it in Russia, where the women there are absolutely beautiful. So there are 100% case studies which exist out there. Guys have popped up in my comments before, guys who I don't know, I've got no affiliation with, and they're like, yeah, bro, I'm like 5'4", I'm absolutely killing it with cold approach. Another guy's like, I'm 5'6", I'm killing it with cold approach. And like, this is the point, right? Like, it's about accepting the cards that you've been dealt. All right, and then playing your hand to the best of your ability and having a rip-roaring good time playing the game, right? I could have accepted being a turnip at 18 years old. I could have accepted 2 years ago that I was just going to be like a little troglodyte who had no neck. I like couldn't even deliver properly to the camera. And in a very short space of time, because like having that visual reference of myself being like, fuck me, bro, you've got work to do. And just like having that sense of self-accountability, I guess, it motivates you. You know, I think you do have to eat shit for a little while. You have to go through the ugly phase, and then when you start leveling yourself up, you start getting positive reference experience here and there, like girls are starting to look at you, you're starting to like get with girls, and good things are starting to happen. It starts to solidify this sense of self-adoration. Yeah, like when I first started doing these YouTube videos, I definitely didn't have the bulletproof bravado that I have today, and comments, like negative comments, 100% did affect my state, because that was the first time that I was like putting myself out there to an audience to be judged. All right, but like it's like doing YouTube and Daygame simultaneously made a man out of me, because it's like when you no one really understands, unless you're making online content and putting yourself out there into the world. Like the human brain, in my opinion, wasn't designed to take so much negativity, right? So you learn quickly, you learn how to deal with it. But anyone who says like, oh, the negativity didn't affect me when I first started, like they're absolute horseshitters. 100% it affects you. Don't care who you are. Like even like the most like charismatic, popular figures out there, it gets to them. Of course it fucking does. But the thing that keeps you steady is knowing yourself, right? Like if you can get yourself into a place of self-adoration, all right? And I've talked about this in previous pieces of content. I think most of my content is designed to try and get you to this place of wholeness where you're operating from a place of, I fucking adore myself, bro, rather than I absolutely hate myself. And the slightest bit of negativity, it's like the straw that broke the camel's back. It's like if you like cut a person off in traffic, if they're having a really good day, they feel great, they've just like won the lottery, they're like on cloud fucking 12.92, they're not going to be as affected as much. But if they're having a shit day, they feel shit about themselves, the wife just left them, it's like, oh ho ho, woe is me, that same experience will impact more negatively on them. So point being, get to a place of self-adoration by fucking like just doing things that you enjoy, doing what scares you on a daily basis, getting a good, healthy routine in place, limiting your time on social media, training hard at the gym, actually taking care to take care of your physical appearance, because looks matter. Difference between looking good and being good looking. You can do a lot in a short space of time. Use me as a case study. Use other guys out there. Go to see, what's his face, Justin Mark. Go to see King Cole. Maybe you resonate with those people more. Then go over. Don't watch my content. Watch their fucking content, because that's going to help you become the most fuckable version of yourself. I think finding avatars, you know, people that you relate with, areas of commonality. If you're an Indian guy watching this and you might think, right, I'm going to go over to Justin Mark. He's smashing it. He's similar to me, and therefore I'm going to get more motivated by that. Do you know what I mean? Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, where's the list up? What else we got? Which one should we go for now? Oh, the suspense. You get better. This is a good one. You get better at day game the more day game that you do. This is horseshit, right? Like when guys say to other guys, right, bro, the only way to get good at day game is you just have to go out and you just have to keep approaching, all right? Just keep approaching, keep approaching. That's how you get better at day game. This is semi-true to an extent. You have to put yourself through the social fire in order to get acclimatized to doing the thing. But I reference context. Before I got involved with day game, I spent 10 years, yes, a decade. I spent 10 years cold approaching people to perform magic. That's why, in my opinion, I was able to make rapid progress in rapid time. I'd already spent 10 years before this cold approaching people, performing magic, performing around the country, performing at weddings, performing at international shows, on stage, close-up, parlor shows. I had experience, time in the trenches, right? Because all day game really comes down to is social skills. It's social skills, it's becoming the most fuckable version of you, building your value, and then delivering that value through social skills. But you don't just get better at day game by just doing day game. That's how you turn into a PUA, right? The guy who all he does all day, every day is parade around the pavements, chat to girl, get a girl on a date if he's fucking lucky. Maybe he'll get like one date and 1,000 approaches. Good for you, bro. And then he'll be out on a date with a girl. She'll be like, what do you do? And he's like, what do you mean, what do I do? She's like, what do you do in your spare time? He's like, day game. And it's like, bro, like, that's a trap that a lot of guys fall into simply just because they're misguided, right? They don't have a lot of friends. They don't have a lot of extracurricular things that they immerse themselves into. They'll see guys online and they might follow some creepy pickup coaches and they will be brainwashed by the brain dead into believing that the only way you get better at day game is by doing more day game. No. You can make incredible day game progress by simply doing more social things, right? The more time you spend around people who you don't know on a consistent basis, consistent being the operative word there, you get into this social flow. Momentum is everything when it comes to not just day game, night game, life game, your work, whatever your job might be. Momentum, okay? You need that momentum behind you. This is why I try and get across to my guys. You should be using day game as a catalyst for the rest of your day. So let's say I'm going on a night out this coming Saturday. I'll do a 2-hour day game session, not just to get numbers and meet beautiful girls during the day, but to set myself up socially for that night out. So rather than just rocking up to the club, having done nothing all day apart from wanking myself off to my own infield videos, I'm going to the club or the bar or wherever. I've already broken the social ice with myself, and women can feel that energy, right? It's magnetic, it's compelling, it's alluring. You've got this aura around you, which is like, I like myself. I've been taking risks today, right? You've got that compelling magnetism of a risk taker. You've been out there for 2 hours, hopefully with a good group of guys around you. If you've not watched the live stream that I did yesterday on the Masculine Support Network, have a good group of guys around you. You go out to day game together, then go out for a night out together. Your band of brothers around you, brothers in arms, and it's good, right? But to say to guys, the only way you get better at day game is just approach more girls, bro, is damaging. Because if a guy is constantly just approaching, but he doesn't know where he's going wrong, then if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got, right? So the best advice I can give to you is to start recording the audio of your conversations and listen to yourself back, okay? A lot of guys who think, oh, day game doesn't work, day game isn't for me, they are completely unaware of their own blind spots, right? They're unaware of where they're fucking up, which is why they're blind spots. If you've got a point of reference, okay, if you can actually listen to yourself back, I used to do this back in the day. Yes, it's cringy as fuck. You're like, wait, do I really talk like that? It's fine. Get over it. You're a big boy. Listening to yourself back, having a point of reference, then it's not just approach more girls, bro. It's go out today, approach 5 girls, record, ideally, all of those interactions, and then just it sounds nerdy, but just study them. Just actually listen to yourself, because if you did that, if you say to yourself, and this is practical as fuck, all right? If you say to yourself, right, this coming Saturday, I'm going to go out and I'm going to approach 5 girls in 1 hour, and I'm going to record the audio of all of these conversations. Then take those audio conversations back home with you, listen to them while you're having a shit or reading a book or listening to some fucking weird trance music, um, and then just listen to yourself, like be hypercritical of yourself, all right? And just ask yourself, okay, what could be better about this? Maybe you're speaking too fast. Maybe you're not giving the girl long enough to answer. Maybe your interaction itself is just not long enough. Maybe you're not sharing enough things about yourself. That's a big sticking point. Like that's another bullshit piece of advice that we can obliterate right now, where a common advice, commonly held beliefs is just keep asking the girl questions, or not even just questions, but get the girl talking about herself. Don't talk about yourself too much. This is complete horseshit, all right? Some of the majority actually of the results that I get these days come from the fact that I share things about myself to girls, okay? So when girls ask me what I do for a job, now I used to always say magician, all right? But I kind of just got sick of doing it because I don't even do that much magic anymore. And it's like, I don't want to just keep saying I'm a magician. So now I just tell them, I say, I'm a men's dating coach. I teach men how to talk to girls during the day because I believe any self-respecting man should be able to go over to a woman who he finds attractive without needing 10 pints of lager down him first, without having to swipe on a screen with some algorithmic dating app. It just seems bizarre to me that it's more normal these days to meet a stranger off a screen than it is to meet someone in person, right? The art of communication has become vilified whilst online has become normalized. And she's like, wait, that was fucking deep. I don't say all of that in the same space. I like to keep some mystery there. Sometimes I'll just say I'm an international coach, or I run an international coaching business. But point being, if you can find ways to violently differentiate yourself, like ask yourself right now, what makes you fuckable, okay? Like find things that you can do, and then like stack violently differentiated activities, right? So it's like, maybe you're a chef, but if you're a chef who also speaks 3 languages and is a fucking purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, it's like, this is cool, all right? You're starting to really start to differentiate yourself. Maybe you've got your own business. Maybe you're just working a job that you don't like right now, but you've got bigger visions for your life. Share these things, right? You can connect through the things. Like you don't have to have the exact same things that you're both into. Maybe she's into Quidditch and you're into skateboarding. It's you connect through the passion, not the passions, the passion that you have for these activities. But yeah, like the scope of these videos, helping you become the most fuckable version of yourself. One of the ways to do that is start to violently differentiate yourself. So obviously the magician side of things worked well for me. Now, interesting thing as well. It was actually Tom from Vienna. Tom asked me when we were together in London, how much of a difference does being a magician make, in your opinion, to doing well with girls, okay? And I thought about it. I thought it was a really good question. And the answer that I gave him, the answer that I gave him was, for me, it makes a difference. However, what I want you to do right now is think of the most just think of like an absolute loser who you know, right? Maybe he's overweight, maybe he's got nothing going for him, maybe he's just an absolute nerd who's just like sitting in his room all day. Now imagine that guy was a magician, right? It doesn't make a shite of difference because he's just like a fucking nerd who sits in his room, right? The hyperbolizing effect comes from the fact that you're already cool, that you've already got value. It's the same with Daygame. Daygame is a hyperbolizer. If you're a weird, creepy guy, just sits in his room all day, does fuck all, is overweight. Yes, I'm shitting on fat people because there's no excuse to be fucking fat. If you have atrocious social skills, if you stink, whatever it is, whatever just low value human specimen you are, then these violently differentiated activity do not make a difference to your life. The best thing that you can do is get yourself in shape first, start looking good for you, yeah. If you are overweight, like if you are a fat fuck, you need to lose weight before you do anything else. It's a waste of your time going out there approaching girls. I mean, you probably can't even last long enough for a fucking day game session. Like that would be the epitome of lazy day game. If like a 25 stone like heifer was like lazy day game, for him would be like, no, I'll do it tomorrow. Just like wheezing as he tries to get through the streets. Oh, it's funny. Lazy day game. Lazy day game is when you can't be asked a day game because you're fat. But yeah, what were we talking about? Footnotes, can't remember. Probably not important. However, the things that I've shared in this live stream very important because I don't want you to fall down the rabbit holes that even myself has fallen down back in the day. Just the one that's come to my mind now, where it's the whole like direct, indirect, what's the best way to go? That definitely is an important one, okay? I don't want us to all be, you know, just like always going over to girls, like, hi, excuse me, I just saw you, you look really good. And I apologize if a lot of my videos are like that. You have to appreciate that. That was me, you know, the learning back in the day. Some of those infields like fucking 2 years old. I've progressed a lot since then. I will do my best to get fresh infields out for you boys because I know the Casanovians are hungry for like fucking Casanova. What number are we on now? 7.0? Why not? So yeah, I'll link up with Dan when I'm back in London. So I'm going to Bucharest and I'm going to Warsaw to do a 4-week program with the guy that I was meant to be going to Las Vegas, where we're doing in Warsaw now. So that's all fucking turned out fine and dandy. So yeah, once I'm back in the UK, which will be like mid-May, hopefully I'll be linking up with Dan. We'll get some more like infield. Dan, if you're watching this live stream, it's okay, bro. I'm gonna be putting money in your pockets very soon. The Casanovians want the infields out, so yeah, I'll do my best to get those out for you. Just appreciate the schedule is a little bit hectic. Right, coaching is taking priority. I think that was all the ones, but I'm trying to keep this as condensed as possible because I know you're busy. But yeah, if you're enjoying the live stream, if you're enjoying the no horseshit advice, drop this live stream a big fat like. Share it with all your day game mates as well. Maybe even your non-day game mates. Maybe, I don't know, maybe your grandparents are thinking, yeah, you know what? I've got that stage in my life now. Why not go out to day game? They go out in a little fucking Zimmer frame and everyone's happy. So yeah, drop this live stream a like, share it with friends. Put yourself, sign up to the Casanova Club as well. If you resonate with me, you like what I do, and you want a shitload of free shit delivered straight to your email, click the link in the comments. It will be there soon. If you're watching this on repeat, it will be there. One more thing that I was going to say. Oh yeah, also if you join the Casanova Club, check your spam folder as well, because sometimes emails end up in spam folders if they are not familiar with the sender. So yeah, what am I going to do now? I'm going to go and probably cook up this fucking beef. I've got some hummus as well. Also, I like to day game whilst fasted, all right? So that's just, hey, fucking hell, mind blown. Wait, you don't eat, bro? But yeah, like I find that when I'm fasted, my social skills are a lot better because I'm not, like, my body's not concentrating on digesting food. So I train fasted. I'm making this live stream fasted. I'm just fucking fasted, bro. But yeah, no, we've done it all in under 30 minutes. That's fucking great. Nice one. But yeah, hopefully you boys have appreciated the value that I've dropped here. I think there was some comments. I'll hoover them up now. So stay until, hey, Kristian, let's go. Welcome back to the UK, Mr. Casanova. Didn't realise you're back. We'll catch up soon. Dan, yes, Dan, we certainly will catch up soon. I'll be out filming with you. We can't compete with everyone, otherwise there is always going to be someone better, bigger, richer. Yeah, compare yourself to vast versions of yourself, but also it is good to compare yourself to other people because it can motivate you. Just don't get deflated by it. Hamlet Jenkins, best coach on planet Earth. Nick. Oh, Nick. If it's Nick that I'm thinking of, Nick was the OG camera guy in Leeds, and yeah, got a lot of time for you, my friend. It was a pleasure to see you in Manchester when I saw you. I'll be back in Manchester probably like May time, so it'll be good. You should come out on a night out with us as well. The Casanova Club is for life, and we welcome you with open arms. So yeah, I'm enjoying the night game scene in Manchester at the moment. If anyone's watching this, Manchester night. To be fair, Manchester Daygame, Manchester Daygame, and Manchester is an unreal city. It's an unreal city to learn. If you're in the UK, 100% would recommend Manchester. If you're on the fence, then just come and do a session with me. I can introduce you to the Ready-Made Masculine Support Network in Manchester. Just drop us an email, ukdaygame@gmail.com. I'll book yourself in for a free 30-minute consultation call. Links are all on the website. I'll put the links in the description of this one as well. But yeah, email me, ukdaygame@gmail.com. You can sign up to the Casanova Club. And also, with the Casanova Club, you not only get discounts off products, you also get invites to secret meetups as well, which are going to be happening worldwide. So when I'm going somewhere, I'm like, boys, Casanova Club, I'm going to be here. Let's meet up. So it's like you get access. So, you know, no reason not to sign up. It's all fucking free. And from time to time, I'm going to try and sell you some good shit. So, hey, It's a good deal. It's capitalism 101 when everyone is happy with the transaction. But yeah, big love, Nick. I'll catch up with you when I'm back in the UK. I think there's one more comment. I was chubby when I was a teenager. Oh, Nick, you Nicholas. Yeah, Nicholas. I thought you need to describe yourself as Nicholas because Nick is the other Nick. He's from Manchester. But hey, if you ever happen to be in Manchester, actually shout out to you, shout out to Nicholas in Texas because he's absolutely smashing it at the moment, absolutely crushing it. He was on a date with a fucking girl that he met, and like they had a gym session together, and they're gonna go link up for a coffee, and we've not even started the program yet, bro. So I'm really buzzed for you. I'm really happy. I said to him actually on the phone, like I would never usually work with someone as young as him. Like he's the youngest guy that I've ever worked with, but like when we were speaking together on the phone, this guy's light years ahead of his age. I felt like I was speaking to a 28-year-old or 30-year-old guy. Like a lot of time for this young man, and he is inspiring me, you know, like we're chatting, like checking in with him on a daily basis, make sure everything's going good, try to motivate him in any way that I can. But it's just nice to have like a young guy under my wing who's not operating like a young guy. There's so many young guys out there like 17, 18, 19 years old who just absolute fucking misfits, are addicted to TikTok, just in the dopamine desert, sinking into the comfort quicksand. I've got fuck all going for them. This guy's like, yeah, he knows exactly what he wants, he knows where he's going, saw my stuff, he liked it. I was like, I want to work with you. I was like, are you sure? He was like, yes. I was like, okay, let's chat about things, let's make sure you're actually right for this. And bro, the guy's blowing me away so far. So we're going to start our online coaching properly on the 1st of April, but we're doing like a little preliminary thing because he was just raring to go. So anyway, that's just my expostulation for Mr. Nicholas out in Texas. Absolute love for you, bro. And yeah, I'm looking forward to working with you properly in April. Hey Kristian, love your style. We'll be booking a call with you soon. Cheers. I look forward to it, bro. Just book yourself in for a free 30-minute consultation call. We'll have a chat about everything, see if my coaching is right for you. But yeah, if you like what I do, if you like my style, I feel like you usually get a good idea, especially with these live streams. I think the live streams are kind of like a good indicator of what it would be like with me in person. I feel the live streams are the best way that I can actually portray my personality without sounding like a fucking robot. Because sometimes I'm making those videos, I'm like, fuck, bro. Like, the script was just too heavy on that one. I've got like pages of script that I'm trying to get out. Like, it just kind of comes across as a little bit like stiff, but whatever. But yeah, like I usually find if guys, they like the live streams, they like the content, they just like my approach to life, then we'll get on like an absolute house on fire. And that's what's important to me. For me, my rip-roaring results with my clients come from the fact that they enjoy spending time with me. You know, I think you don't want to be working with a coach in any discipline who you wouldn't have, like who you wouldn't have a beer with, right? That's the way that I see it. It's like, if I was going to hire a coach, I would want a coach that I resonated with, that I thought, you know what, this guy's actually sick. He just says what he thinks. He's not asked about like whatever. It's just like, yeah, just say how it is. Like, call out people's bullshit. Just have the audacity behind it, and also have the quality to back it up as well, right? If I was just making these talking head videos, being like, yeah, I go out to Daygame, I do this, and this. But like, well, fuck you. Where's the evidence? Like, there's no evidence on there. If you just like making these like talking head videos, you've got no credibility. But yeah, in my opinion, right now, I make the best day game infield in the UK. Full stop. I don't think there's anybody else out there who's making infield in the UK who can compete with my level of conversation skills, quality, and entertainment factor as well. Like, watch my infields without laughing. I dare you. There's some fucking corkers in there. So yeah, putting that out there as well because I believe it. Gotta believe in yourself. You lose nothing by believing yourself to be the greatest specimen on this earth, boy. So yeah, remember that one. What else was I gonna say? No, I think that was it. That was just me just wanking myself off. I think that's it. Yeah, that's everything. Right, boys, thank you for watching this one. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've been entertained. If you do have any questions or you've got any ideas or suggestions for future live streams, then please do let me know in the comments or drop me an email, ukdaygame@gmail.com, or message me on Instagram @KristianMagician. That's another way guys find their way into the funnel. They'll drop me a DM, slide into my DMs on Instagram, be like, hi bro, I've seen your content. I'm like, yes, sick. Another Kasanova through the door. So you can just DM me on Instagram if that makes your life easier. @Kristian Magician. So that's nice. Get the Instagram page plugged. Why the fuck not? It's my live stream. Do what you want. Nivea shower gel. It's good. Keeps you feeling fresh. Anyway, shut the fuck up, Kristian. These people need to go. Right, love ya. Bye. One sec. Go on. There we go.